Just recording the news.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday 6-1.
The headlines this evening. 2 men and a teenager found guilty of the murder of Thomas Dooley at a funeral in Tralee, County Kerry.
Donegal road crash victims were a brother and sister in their 70s from the local area.
The community here and Tearman, Kilmacrennan are deeply shocked and saddened.
Former swimming coach Derry O'Rourke found guilty of raping a girl 35 years ago.
And it's all excitement in County Clare ahead of Sunday's All-Ireland hurling final against Cork.
I think they're going to hammer them by 10 goals.
Two men and a teenager have been found guilty at the Central Criminal Court in Cork of the murder of 42-year-old father of 7 Thomas Dooley. He was killed as he attended a funeral in Tralee in County Kerry in October 2022. The jury will resume deliberations tomorrow in relation to the other 3 accused. Our Southern editor.
And coming up in sport, we're live at the Open Championship, where 2019 champion Shane Lowry took the outright lead on 4 under a short time ago.
Welcome back. Ursula von der Leyen has secured a second term as President of the European Commission after receiving the support of a majority of
Commissioners will be endorsed by the Parliament in the autumn or winter. Juliette Gash, RTE News, Strasbourg.
Now let's go over to Justin, who's here with all the sports news.
Eileen, thank you very much. Good evening. It's been a day of very differing fortunes for the Irish at the first round of the Open Championship at Troon. Shane Lowry currently leads the tournament on 4 under, but Rory McIlroy was 7 over after carding a 78. For the latest from Troon, we can get the very latest from Greg Allen.
Not since 2019 and his famous victory at Royal Portrush has Shane Lowry broken par in the first round of the Open, nor indeed led the Open, but he's been in flying form here at Royal Troon this afternoon. He's right in the mix again, helped hugely by a warm putter with birdies on 3 of the first 8 greens, and after a dogged pair of par saves on the 9th and 10th holes came a moment on the difficult par 4 11th, which he reduced to a drive and a short iron to less than 20 feet, and in went the putt again. Sublime stuff, and that's taken him into the outright lead on 4 under par. In contrast, Rory McIlroy has been struggling today. He was level par coming to the famous short little par 3 postage stamp 8th hole, but there he found a deep greenside bunker and toiled on his way to a double bogey 5. There was another double bogey when he sent a tee shot out onto the railway line at the 11th, and 4 bogeys as well. It all added up to a 78. Early in the day, Tom McKibben, playing in his first Open, was under par after 10 holes, but on the notoriously difficult back 9, he dropped 3 shots in 6 holes and signed for a 2 over 73. Padraig Harrington bogeyed his first 2 holes, but is 1 over after 15. Darren Clark, 6 over after 17. Amateur Liam Nolan, 2 over after 9. Early starter Justin Thomas set the pace well into the afternoon with a 3 under par 68, and he is alone in second place after finishing his round with a long putt on the 18th for his 7th birdie of the day. And he trails the leader, Shane Lowry, who remains in front by a single stroke on 4 under par with 5 holes to play. Lowry with 4 birdies and no dropped shots, as the winds have mercifully died here late in the day. Greg Allen, RTE News at Royal Troon.
Well, Greg, for the moment, thank you. Now, a day to forget then for Rory McIlroy. This was his post-round reaction.
You play your practice rounds and you try to come up with a strategy that you think is going to get you around the golf course. And then when the wind is like that, you start to, other options present themselves and start to second guess yourself a little bit. So, the conditions were tough on that back 9, and I just didn't do a good enough job of adapting to them today.
Now, Derry City played this evening in the second leg of their first qualifying round of the UEFA Conference League. They host Magpies of Gibraltar, who won the first leg 2-0. And it's just about full time in Shelbourne's game with St. Joseph's, also of Gibraltar. Damien Duff's men led 2-1 from the first leg, and it's currently 1-1 this evening, so they would go through if it remains that way. The Republic of Ireland under-19s have lost their European Championship Pool P game. Shamrock Rovers' Leah O'Leary put Dave O'Connell's side in front with a goal in the 37th minute against Germany, with 2 second-half goals by the Germans, so they saw them claim victory in Lithuania. Ireland played their final pool game against the Netherlands on Sunday. Sunday's All-Ireland sees a final meeting between Cork and Clare for the first time in 11 years. That encounter was won by Clare, and Marty Morrissey has been back in the banner to hear why they feel they can repeat the trick.
In 1995, Clare hurlers bridged an incredible 81-year gap by winning the All-Ireland. At fullback was the man with the red helmet, Brian Lohan. 29 years later, he's the Banner County's manager as they head to Croke Park for this year's All-Ireland final.
We have to get up to their level. Certainly if we produce anything like what we produced in the first half, we won't be in the game. Look, we're under no illusions. Like we know that is the case.
In 2013, Clare won their last All-Ireland, ironically against their opponents on Sunday, Munster rivals Cork. In the replay, an unknown 19-year-old from the town of Ennis was sprung from the bench and scored a hat-trick of goals.
Yeah, it's strange, to be honest, that it's been 11 years since we've been there. Like, all the games feel quite similar, but then when you get into the All-Ireland final, there's just so much more hype and attention and everything that comes with it and all that great stuff. So it's certainly very different, and I'd kind of forgotten what that was like. So just been enjoying it.
11 years ago, Tony Kelly became the Young Hurler and Senior Hurler of the Year. A remarkable achievement. His performance on Sunday is as crucial as ever. Tony Kelly from the middle of Croke Park goes for the score, and he's got it.
When you get down probably to the last two, you have belief that you can win and go all the way. Yeah, look, just the challenge that I suppose lays ahead for us is massive, but at the same time it's an opportunity. As much as it is for them, it is for us.
Back in April, Clare won the Alliance League. Their captain that day was fullback Conor Cleary.
Whatever the game is, be it a Munster League game or a Munster final or an All-Ireland final, your job is your job, and you have to go out and do that to the best of your ability. So even though there will be a lot of noise around things, I suppose we're very aware that we have a job to do, and that's to play a game on the day.
From a Clare hurling perspective, the magical years in this Banner County are simple to remember. 1914, 1995, 97 and 2013. The years that the Clare hurlers won the All-Ireland hurling title and brought Liam McCarthy back here. Will 2024 be a magical year? Marty Morrissey, RT News in Ennis, County Clare.
And that is the support this Thursday, so it's back over to David. David.
Thanks very much, Justin.
Good evening and welcome to Friday's 6-1.
The headlines this evening. A mass IT outage causes worldwide chaos affecting airlines, banking, healthcare and retail.
A 28-year-old man has appeared in court charged in connection with a threat to kill the Sinn Féin leader Mary Lou MacDonald.
Donald Trump formally accepts his party's nomination to be the Republican presidential candidate and tells supporters in Milwaukee, "I was not supposed to be here."
I stand before you in this arena only by the grace of Almighty God.
And huge excitement in Cork ahead of Sunday's All-Ireland hurling final.
Oh, Christ, I'm 10 out of 10 excited. Can't wait to go up to the game. The atmosphere even on the way up will be class.
Major IT outages have hit industries across the world, with hundreds of flights cancelled and banking, healthcare and retail among the areas affected. Cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike said a defect in one of its content updates was to blame, affecting hundreds of thousands of Microsoft users. Here, Ryanair flights, NCT car tests and the processing of driving licence applications were all disrupted.
It's been dubbed the blue screen of death, the error message that has appeared on monitors across the world.
The border in County Fermanagh, and it is an opportunity for us to market and sell Cavan as an area for slow tourism, adventure tourism, and a place just to get away from it all.
Visitors will be able to discover the stories of Ireland's longest river here when the new facilities open in early 2026. Laura Hogan, RTE News.
There's huge excitement in County Cork ahead of Sunday's All-Ireland hurling final against Clare. It's been 19 years since the rebel county took home the Liam McCarthy Cup. Their last appearance in a final in 2013 saw them beaten by Clare in a fiercely fought replay. Well, our correspondent Gail Conway caught up with some fans at Inniscarra GAA Club in Cork.
Oh, Christ, I'm 10 out of 10 excited. Can't wait to go up to the game. The atmosphere, even on the way up, will be class. And even my first time in Croke Park, so it'll be unreal. I'm Sean O'Donoghue's cousin, and he's the Cork captain. And I'm excited for the match.
It'll be a crack of a game because Clare will win the all, and hopefully we will too.
It's mad to think that these kids have never seen an All-Ireland come back to Cork in terms of hurling. So I suppose it would be fantastic, particularly for the young people, to experience that.
2-17 to 1-22 to Cork.
So I'm really looking forward to the match. I really hope I get tickets. My favourite player, probably Sean O'Donoghue or maybe Robert Downey, can't decide.
Excitement levels are gone through the roof. Every kid wants a ticket, every kid wants to go to the match, every kid wants to meet Sean O'Donoghue as the captain.
I think I'm looking forward to seeing Cork play as well as they did against Limerick twice, the All-Ireland champions 4 years in a row.
It'll be a very tight game. I think everyone's going to be hoping Cork will edge the game.
They're going to win by a good goal at the end by Patrick Horgan.
Gail Conway reporting there. Now, still to come on 6-1, a surreal experience. An exhibition opens in Kildare showcasing the work of painter and naturalist Desmond Morris.
And in Friday evening sports news, we'll have the very latest from the Open, where Shane Lowry has again been to the fore. And Rebel Rising, we'll be hearing from the Cork senior hurling manager as he looks to guide his county to All-Ireland glory.
Welcome back. Tonight sees the launch of a new art exhibition with a twist in County Kildare.
It features the work of the acclaimed writer, zoologist, artist and TV science presenter Desmond Morris. Who's
RTE News, Newbridge.
And now it's over to Eamon for all of the day's sports news.
Thanks indeed, Karen. Well, it's been a contrasting day for fortunes of Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry at the Open. Yet again, McIlroy has struggled at Royal Troon, while Shane Lowry remains top of the leaderboard. Let's get the very latest from the course now. Here's Greg Allen.
Yeah, Shane Lowry came into this second round just one stroke off the pace, and with a mid-morning tea time in almost calm conditions, he set about taking the lead with early birdies on the first and then a pinpoint wedge to a foot on the fourth green. But then on the back nine he faltered with a double bogey on the 11th after being disturbed by the movement of a photographer, but annoyed as he was, he regained his composure to reach the par 5 16th with no further drop shots, and he struck a beautifully weighted lag putt to tap in range on that 16th green before heading to the 18th, where for the second day in a row he made a closing birdie for a 69 and a two-shot lead on 7 under par, and so he can properly dare to dream that a second Open Championship success could happen over the weekend. In contrast, Rory McIlroy's struggles have been a sharp reminder of the effects of his recent US Open disappointment and what they must be having on him. After yesterday's toil in a round of 78, the world number 2 ranked player has slumped to 13 over par midway through the back nine, but better news of Padraig Harrington and Tom McKibben, who should make the cut on 3 over par. Of the challengers to Lowry, Justin Rose, the 43-year-old former US Open champion, holed a long putt on the 18th green to complete an impressive first 2 days' work, and on 5 under par with a 68 today, he's tied for second place with fellow Englishman Daniel Brown, while the world number 1 Scotty Scheffler is tied for 4th place, 5 off the lead after a second consecutive round of 70. He's on 2 under. Lowry, though, will likely not be caught at the top of the leaderboard, even though we have 3 more hours of play here to go, and on 7 under par, he has a 2-shot lead over the field. Greg Allen, RTE News at Royal Troon.
So, as Greg alluded to, a very good day again for Shane Lowry, the Offaly man, pleased with how his round panned out at Royal Troon.
To shoot in the 60s out there is very good. Any day you shoot in the 60s on this course, even if the conditions are not this bad. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy with. Obviously, I faced a little bit of adversity in the middle of the round, and I'm very happy with how I dealt with it and moved on, and I hit some great shots coming in. And I've got at least 24 hours to my tea time tomorrow, and I'm going to go home and chill out and relax and enjoy it all, soak it all in, and then get out tomorrow and give it my best.
The Republic of Ireland have been drawn against Georgia in the Women's Euro Qualifiers playoff draw. The round 1 first leg is scheduled for October. The winners will progress to round 2 to face Slovakia or Wales for a place at the championships next year, which take place in Switzerland. Now, it was a crucial day in the Tour de France. Tadej Pogačar again took stage honours after what was a gruelling mountain climb, the Slovenian recording his 4th stage win in this year's race. His lead at the top of the general classification now stands at just over 5 minutes. The Tour will finish up on Sunday in Nice.
I knew this climb super well. I was speaking to teammates. We were speaking already in training camp how we want to race this day, and we did it exactly like we said, to the point where I attacked, and it went really 100% perfect.
Now, as you're well aware of, Cork and Clare are preparing to meet in Sunday's All-Ireland hurling final. The decider is a repeat of the 2013 final. The Rebels, who will travel with huge support, are bidding to be crowned champions for the first time in 19 years.
One has to acknowledge the brilliant displays of this Cork hurling team in the championship this summer, especially against a great Limerick side, not once but twice. There's just one more performance required now against Clare.
We're confident. Look, we feel that we are in a really, really good place. We also know the challenge that's ahead of us. Clare have been in the top 2 teams of the last 4 or 5 years. But look, it's a very 50-50 game, and look, hopefully we'll get to bounce the ball in the day, and that'll do us enough to bring Liam McCarthy home.
Patrick Horgan is one of hurling's iconic players and is still seeking his first All-Ireland medal. At 36 years of age, he's a role model and remains an extraordinary hurler.
I love playing hurling. I always say that. I love playing with this group of players. Get on really well with them all. I don't know, I just think maybe that game against Limerick here might have just gave us a little bit of confidence that we could do this, and we just went on a run, and I suppose the Cork support have got behind us and they've ran with it, and we're running with it as well.
Cork lost to Clare in the round-robin section of the Munster Championship. Months later, that game seems irrelevant. Cork have found their form and are determined to win the All-Ireland and bring Liam McCarthy back home.
Just want to go out there and be the best that we can be. We've no doubt that if we're the best that we can be, then that we can go away and win it. But like we've shown, I suppose, glimpses of being a bit poor in the past as well. So I think it's just about getting that mentality right.
There's huge confidence in the group, really, and fellas know once we stick to our plan, stick to our principles, that we will get a result. But again, it's just been having that confidence just to stay with it at times when it's not going with you the way you want it to go. Just be there, it will come right for you, and look, stick with what you're doing, and it's going to work out in the finish.
So now all the work has been done by the Cork hurlers, not alone over the last couple of weeks, but indeed over the previous number of months as well. They are ready for the All-Ireland Senior Hurling Final against Clare. The Cork hurlers will be seeking the 31st All-Ireland title for their county and their first since 2005. Marty Morrissey, RT News, here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, Cork.
And finally, there's a big game in the FAI Cup tonight. Shamrock Rovers are up against Bohemians, who have home advantage. And that's your sports news for now. So it's all yours again. David.
Thanks very much, James.